This is The Nest, news, entertainment, student television at Hoover High School in San Diego, California. It is the 1st of May, and I am Kenya Tapia. This week, award winners, theft, and some trivia with Pelon Pelon. But first, we continue our series on the College Avenue Compact.
This is reporter Holly. Today I'm back with part 2 of our 3-part series on the College Avenue Compact. Last week, we've learned that there are many impacted majors at San Diego State University that only high GPA applicants can get into. Today, we clarify SDSU's undeclared major. Students who apply to SDSU with undeclared major simply means that they're undecided on their major, which later on they will have an opportunity to change it. However, there are certain majors that they may not change into.
Your nursing, the arts, the music, those require additional requirements to get in initially. So it's going to be really hard for a student that goes in as an undeclared student and then tries to apply for those majors after they've been accepted. The only reason why that is because, again, they have additional requirements. There's auditions that students have to pass in order to be accepted to the major. And then, of course, there's specific classes that you would need to take as soon as you start in your first year of school.
Although students are permitted to attend SDSU without declaring their intended major, they will not be able to switch into impacted majors such as nursing, music, and arts once they decide to declare their major.
From getting into college to break-ins at the school, Hoover has experienced multiple break-ins over the past 2 months with tens of thousands of dollars of equipment stolen. The Nest has learned from school police that the alleged suspect has been arrested and currently awaits trial. Stay tuned each week to The Nest as we receive new information. In happier news, thank you for making The Nest San Diego's top school newscast. This past Saturday, The Nest won the Ivy for Best News Production countywide. The hardworking Nest staff becomes the first Hoover team to win an Ivy in the news category. After the break, Kian talks science on the red couch, and we fly back in time with Brian Liang.
Varsity baseball got the opportunity to play at Petco Park Friday night facing Kearney. It was a great game as Hoover came on top with a tough win and a score of 4-1. The following week, baseball team faced Crawford, resulting in another victory, but the win streak came to an end as they faced San Diego High in a 2-game series and lost both games. Badminton lost to Patrick Henry 10-7, but later won with Kearney 15-2. Volleyball faced Christian High last Tuesday night, suffering a tough loss at home, losing 3-0, but their luck later turned around as they beat Madison 4-1. The Hoover swim team finalized their season with a meet yesterday against Kearney. Here we have an interview with Stephanie Garcia.
I think overall I've improved a lot in my times, and my strokes have gotten a lot better. And also my flip turns and everything, I've improved in time.
That's it for sports. Be sure to go out and support your Hoover Cards.
It is hard to believe that spring sports are starting to wrap up, and the school year only has 7 weeks remaining. With the school year flying by, we fly back in time to learn about more clubs of the past.
Join us as we explore over 80 years of Hoover history with Flying Back in Time. Hello and welcome back. Today we'll be talking about clubs and teams at Hoover. Starting off with a skating club, which held ice skating sessions every Friday night at Glacier Gardens skating rink. Skating club consisted of 200 members, and they also changed their name to the Gay Blades. Glacier Gardens was an indoor arena in San Diego, California. It was located in the intersection of 8th and Harbor, just south of present-day Petco Park. Then there was the bowling club, which held meetings every Thursday at the Comanche Ball. The bowling club participated and hosted many competitions and freelance bowling matches. It was meant for male and female students that wanted to learn how to bowl or just refine their skills. Then there's the Letterman's Club. They promoted honor, friendship, clean living habits, and loyalty through athletics. They also offered hardworking services at Hoover, and as they say, they led by example. These student athletes would receive a letter such as H, symbolizing the letterman's achievement through goodwill and service. And finally, the rifle team. It lasted from 1942 to 2012. The rifle team trained cadets to become expert marksmen. In 1951, Hoover sets a new city record and were rated top ROTC team in the county. Not up until 1980, where Hoover began to divide their rifle teams into junior varsity, varsity, and separate boys and girls rifle teams. From 1980 and 1986, the girls rifle team were among the strongest marksmen, and their varsity team were first place along with the Navy. Did you know that the rifle marksmen's team is no longer available at Hoover? It was disbanded by the district 3 years ago and replaced with archery. Well, that's it for this week, and thanks for watching. Join us as we explore over 80 years of Hoover history with Flying Back in Time.
Next up, Kian sits down with Master of Science, Mr. Millinger, on the red couch.
Hi everyone, Keen's here. Welcome back to Red Couch Conversation. Next to me here is Mr. Jeff Mellinger, the advisor of MESA. Mr. Mellinger, welcome to the Red Couch.
Hi, thank you, Kian. Glad to be here.
I have some questions to ask you about
Okay.
MESA, but first I want to know more about you. So can you tell me how long have you been working at Hoover High School?
I've been working at Hoover. This is my 7th year, and I teach math, physics, and chemistry, and engineering. So don't teach all those at the same time, but from time to time, each of those.
Mostly science.
Mostly science, mostly physics. That's
So can you
correct.
tell us more about what is MESA and what it stand for?
MESA stands for Mathematics, Engineering, Science Achievement. It doesn't have anything to do with Mesa College. Just coincidentally has the same name. It was started at University of California, Berkeley in 1970 to get students who were not normally exposed to engineering and science fields interested in those fields. And it does so by using low-cost projects to just stimulate student thinking and have them then take those projects and enter them in local and regional competitions.
That's great. So it started at Berkeley. So how long has it been starting here in Hoover High School?
It's been here since I've been here, which was 2008, 2009. So it's in its 6th year right now.
6th year. Okay. So how many members are in?
We have it varies, but we typically have 30 to 40 members. It's a good-sized club. When the club's going strong, my room's pretty full with activity. It's noisy and it's bustling, and that's really exciting. And this last Mesa Day, we had 25 students go, so that's a pretty good-sized team.
So Mesa Day is your competition day.
That is correct. It's held at San Diego State each year, and the first 3 places at that will go to a regional, which could be either at San Diego State or somewhere such as this year it was at UC Irvine. So Mesa Day is the big annual competition for Mesa.
Right. Is there any requirement to join Mesa?
No, not really. We take all comers, anybody who's interested. You don't have to be interested in science. It's not a hardcore science club. It's more of a projects club, and the purpose is not to teach you any science in depth. It's to get you to think about things. For example, a balsa wood airplane. You can make a balsa wood airplane. It looks simple. It looks like an airplane, but you find out the first time you try it, it doesn't fly.
Right, so you do some project there. Can you show me them?
Yes, absolutely. I'll show you a couple that I brought along. The big one, actually, that we did this year, it's the national competition. It's a little hard for me to get it all up here at once. I'll try. It's called the prosthetic arm, and this is a national competition of Mesa. In other words, the winners can go on all the way to a national competition. And what it was meant is it's a low-cost contraption, and it has to be low-cost. It has to be under $40. We have to present all the receipts. If something was donated, even as simple as the tape, we have to put that on the budget list. And the idea is for the operator to put their arm in this and use this claw to do a variety of tasks. Some of them One of them would be throwing a beanbag for accuracy. Another one would be, which is very difficult, is taking a nut and screwing it onto a bolt.
Cool.
And our operators this year were Madeline Rosales and Evelyn Lopez.
Nice. Well, so I see you have some more projects there.
Yeah, I brought one other.
But then I got some gift for you.
Okay, well, I'll take that.
Can you bring that to please, Denise? This.
Oh,
This is a
excellent.
gift. You see what that is?
I can always use this. What does that say? Do you know what that says?
I have no idea.
You have no
It's-
idea. It
it's my
says some
best
writing
friend.
there, but it looks really nice, and I'll figure it out someday.
Well, thank you for coming.
Great.
To the
Well,
show
thank
today.
you so much. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Jeff Manager, everyone.
After this short break, we return with double standards in QQ, Pelon Pelon trivia, and a look at the calendar.
CLNS News Entertainment Student Television.
Want a commercial on the Nest? Contact Mr. Mitchner at jmitchner@sandy.net or in room 751. Fees may apply.
Welcome back to the award-winning Nest here at Hoover High School. Next up, questions in the quad.
For this week's 2Q, we're doing something a little serious. Why are most guys praised for having multiple partners while women are vilified?
Guys don't think it's a big deal about it because they're like, oh yeah, he's my guy friend, he's a player, oh, and then they're like all serious when it comes to girl, like, oh, she's a slut, she's a hoe, stay away from her. And when it comes to guys, it's not that big of a deal.
Society has developed in a way that you view women as a thought if they have more men around her. As men are supposed to be big, like have more women with them and stuff like that. So that's why women get visualized worse than men.
Because society has a habit of making a lot of double standards for each gender.
I think that's wrong. You know, it should be equal. Like they should both get consequences and stuff. So yeah,
it's conflict. That's why I think it's like bad.
It's because what society put on us, like what guys are just naturally praised for having a lot of girls, while girls, if they have a lot of guys, they're like sluts, I guess.
I think that this is an age-old problem. Women have always been regarded as the more pure, the more chaste sex. That means they are modest, they are traditional, they're more conservative, compared to men who can be excused for their excesses, whether it may be drinking, bad behaviors, or womanizing. This is a stigma, this is a stereotype.
I think kids growing up, especially today, think that's the norm, and until like our older men step up and tell our younger generation that isn't right and that we need to be better, it will continue happening.
I think that men think it's okay for them to not be called hoes or sluts because back in the day, men had more privileges and choices, and they still think it's okay for modern times to have like sexual intercourses with other people. And girls had less, I don't know, like they were judged more in a way that it was not okay for them to do what they wanted to do. So that's why men think they have more power over girls.
Guys are praised to have different partners, but when girls do it, they think it's wrong, they think it's not allowed, they don't like it, and they judge the woman. It's like when they did voting, they thought when women vote it's wrong and they can't do it, but guys are allowed.
Maybe because when they have a lot of partners, they're viewed as players, but girls they get called hoes and they get slut shamed. So I mean, it's a double standard, but that's reality, you know.
Sadly, we live in a world where women are seen as bad if we talk to more than one person. But I don't know, it's just, I guess, the way the world sees us, which is really sad because we're not even doing anything bad, but then apparently in men's eyes we are. But then the men can go ahead and like talk to a whole bunch of girls and they don't look bad. Yeah, we need to fix this.
Before we take a look at the Hoover calendar, Pelon Pelon is back.
Pelon Pelon.
Okay, water. Cutting. Butterfly. Cutting your hair, cutting your weave. Seagulls! A jawbreaker! What chicken? I don't know. Eating hay? Yeah. School lunches! Time's up!
Come on.
Lady, running down to the riptide, taking away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man.
The Aaron Price Civic Engagement Club is inviting all clubs to participate in a campus cleanup. Furthermore, they provide lunch, so please meet in front of the 200 building at 12 p.m. By doing so, you can get an hour off the LOP and an hour of community service.
Want to find another way to get off the LOP list? Ocean Discovery Institute is offering LOP Saturdays in order to allow students to interact outdoors and getting in depth with nature. If you're interested, please visit room 1256 and seek Miss Cook for a waiver sign. Reminder, this is only available until the end of May.
But wait, there's more. You can also remove your hours of the LOP by joining Hoover for a community walking tour along El Cajon Boulevard to share your ideas on ways you can improve the street experience between Highland Avenue and 50th Street in City Heights. If you're interested, please seek Mr. Boltner in room 752 to receive Saturday school credit. Reminder, this event will start on Saturday, May 2nd at 10 a.m.
However, there is another simple alternative to get off the LOP. As always, the library will be open right after school for tutoring on Mondays through Friday until 4 p.m.
Attention students! Hoover High School Link Crew are recruiting students for next year. Therefore, please pick up applications in room 204 before they are due on Friday, May 15th.
And that concludes this week's segment of Cardinal Calendar. Enjoy your weekend!
That's it for this week. Happy May Day. I'm Kenya Tapia for The Nest, and have a great weekend.